Now you should be able to hear me. I'm really dumb for forgetting that. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Alright, so welcome to Trello. This is something that is... Oop, stay. There we go. This is something that is new for me. I have no idea how long it's been around, but it literally... So I don't know how to delete cards. Like, once you create a card, it's there, and it's gonna be there forever. So, I'm not really too sure. So every time, but I can rename cards. So what I do is I move them over to doing. Then when I'm done, I kind of put them in this done area. And then when I have another to do thing, I literally just rename the the thing. So for data generation, I did this actually for items. Let me do, or I did it for blocks. Um, Let me do item data generation. Cool. And then we can move that over there. Alright, but anyways, from last time, let's go over to a couple things that some people may have missed. So let's load up a world, and then it's been a while since I've even just done a stream in the first place. I've been quite busy with tons of things. Okay, let's keep you over here then. Actually, yeah, you're supposed to be over there. And then if I open a tab and then put it to the right, yeah, you'll automatically. Cool, cool. So now we got quite a couple of things, because the last thing I remember doing was Queen Bee. So anything that's after really the Queen Bee is kind of new. Um, the last time I was able to do a stream, I decided not to stream, and the reason I decided not to stream was because I was trying to do a bunch of new things, and I don't like the idea of doing a stream of just my frustration. I like to do things that I know I can do, and because I think I've had that like once or twice where I've done a coding stream and I basically got nothing done because of my lack in efforts to do some things. Bug fixes are always a strong thing. I went through the bug fixes recently, and then there's a couple of new things. That I added a custom structure, and so now every time you open a world, if you open it a second time, um, you're gonna have to. I have to move this over here. If you ever open it a second time, it'll ask you, "Hey, are you sure that's what you're doing?" Um, so I'm in creative. This is another core. So normally, let's kind of go over the another core stuff, and I can slash clear EAR. There we go. So far, we have another core, which is a structure that kind of comes underground. And then what is the idea? How do you get to another core? So for anyone who doesn't know, you have your hellstone blocks, which will give you your hellstone. And when you have your hellstone, and let me get a crafting table because I'm in creative, and then you have an ender pearl, you can use these together. I think it doesn't really matter the pattern. Yeah, you stick it in there, and you got something called a fortress seeker. Now, this is originally called a fortress seeker because it was supposed to point to nether fortresses, but then I decided, I added a new structure. So how it does is it points you to a direction, and then you're going, and then when you come out to where it would be, you see how it starts to come underground. Now, if I go in spectator, it's going to point to the most southeast of the yeah, the most southeast of the structure. So all you have to do is literally go northwest a couple of blocks and then go straight down, and you're there. Unless you're okay with falling into the lava. Um, under the lava, I mean, you can try and find it, but I mean, in survival, it's gonna be hard to see. I want to see if there's an effect or something I can do that either makes this turn into this, because I've seen it done. There's definitely a way to do it. Like even especially for like even fabric. I just really don't know how that screen is called. Because I wanted to make it so that you can actually see just like perfectly fine, like Aqua Affinity, but for or no, when you move Aqua Affinity with something else, Respiration, when you put them both together, for some reason you can see better underwater when you have specifically both those enchantments, but one or the other has nothing really to do with all that. But anyways, um, Fortress Seeker. It is still this way. I had it, and then I decided to drift off. Alright, here it is. Spectator. So what makes this cool is you can come into here and you can grab something called a Sunstone. The Sunstone is really interesting because what this does is I'm going to need to make another portal. Slash fill. Another portal. Alright. Alright, now we're in here. And then let's say it's slash time caps time set night. So now it's the middle of the night. Not really. It's turning night now. If you have, in your survival case, if you just click on it, it will suddenly become day. So that's what the sunstone does. I can actually hold this and it'll keep the sun there. But that's completely unnecessary. From there, let's actually let's respawn on the Mushroom Island again, because this is where you could tell I was definitely testing a couple of things. As noted, I'm trying to do some stuff with the retexturing the ores, and I had an idea with the shapes, and I wanted to organize them by the colors. The reason why these are covered is because these are the ones that are covered were the Minecraft ones. So we normally have a red category, green category. Oop, I don't know what that was. Peridot? Nope, that's at top. Shoot. Okay, so what is it? It's a copper green. So let's grab some. Let's see if I can figure this out just by looking at it. Copper, and no, this would be magic. I don't think it was malachite. Diopside, maybe. That's gold. Sphene is redstone. Diopside is coal. Nope, malachite is malachite is the charcoal. Or no, that's iron. I have no idea. That's gonna severely bother me. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, let me grab every single green. Okay, let's just. Okay, green. You're green. You're green. You're green. You're green. You're green. Did I already grab this one? No. All right. Diopside. Malachite. Peridot. Prehnite. Lapis. Is that right? No. Wait, what did I put on there then? Okay, let's do it again. Let's got this one. Malachite. Peridot. You. 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 Oh, that's crazy. I don't know what it is. Is tourmaline on here? That is tourmaline, though. I don't know. Okay. That's gonna drive me crazy. Anyways. Stuff. I made a brand new tab. And this is the tab. It's literally the testing tab. And I'm putting a bunch of stuff that I am just working on in here. Because, well, they're gonna either cause crashes to the game or something like that. So until then, we're just gonna keep them in here. We also have moving piston and nope, that's revival stone. Piston head? Yeah. I believe one of them places in the world, and right, so now I'm gonna grab this, and now I can't put anything in here because that's there, and there's no way to break it. So, that makes it really annoying. Can I? Yeah, you can tell exactly where it was. Well, that's undoable now. I should have done that like on top of like this or something. Anyways, we have a gluey piston. So if I have gluey piston, sticky piston, and normally if this obsidian is not here, it can push and pull. But with this obsidian here, what happens is this diamond block is stuck to this slime, and because it can't move obsidian, the diamond stops because it can't move the obsidian, and so even though it's stuck to these, it just won't go. But the gluey piston can absolutely, like a champion, it can just, oh, oh, oh. It can just, like a champion. So it doesn't interrupt the methodology of this. So that's really cool. It can move respawn anchors, end portal frames, and all that good stuff. I actually haven't tried this before. Because somebody had asked me about it, and I said no without actually like testing it. I don't think a gluey piston can change the rotation by moving it. And if you're understanding that this is the thing about this is you can push it up and then pull it back, right? Up and back. But if you do it really fast, you just spam it like that, it'll do it. So you just gotta be fast. And then if I take my eyes of Ender, and then we just fill it in, you can tell that just from that, it did not rotate any of them, and it still worked. Otherwise, it would have been ruined. But it didn't. It stuck its power. So if you want to do that, or you could actually technically, if you don't want to try and go fast, then all you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to do it like this. And, and from here you'll have to make a machine that pulls it, and then you'll have to do this in again. Up these blocks, down here, block down, and then you'll have to put it on here, and then pull it up, and then you can keep doing that if you wanted. So if you wanna push it, you gotta flick it real fast. One of the greatest differences that I have not been able to fix is the animation. So in a sticky piston, you can tell that it nice and smoothly moves. When it comes to the gluey piston, it turns off and then turns back on as soon as it's supposed to be here. And then same thing going back. So, but beyond that, gluey piston works just as it's supposed to. You know, works as intended. We all like such a word. Just works as intended. Oh, I picked block this? Can I? Okay. I guess not. We can make it look nicer though. Oh, I just realized the inside's gonna be messed up now. Beautiful. Can't even tell anything happened to it. Alright, so what do we have left out of all this stuff? I have a ton of things that I still need to be doing. And so what I'm going to be doing is going through Trello. Certain things that I still need to fix. I need to do lucky loot tables and the jewelry texture. So let's take a look at the jewelry texture. If you don't know what that is, we have the this snapshots, and then here you can tell how this is the before. This is what the jewels look like now. Now, if you kind of see this at the bottom, there's a little bit of invisibility, like it's kind of like fading out. You got some on here, this one right here, this corner right here, and then the two on the side. I mean, these ones could have stayed, but I'm talking about these off pieces. I can see 2 pixels up here that have some color to them. This is the retexture where it's recolored entirely. Not, well, it's cleaned up, erased on the outside edges, and on top of that, it's also been recolored, and the colors are simplified. So, you know, it's not this huge mess. I mean, this kind of like, it looks like a nice stone, but it's fuzzy. And then this is a simplified, retextured and colored manner. I feel like this is a better result. It gives a better Minecraft feel than this fuzziness. And then, you know, I was very sloppy with the edges. So that is one of the things that I'm going to be working on. We can start with that, I guess. I'll actually close out of the world, but we have our GIMP, and the way we can do this, easily anyway, is when I come in through here, yep, we're going to go to project, and then we can look at, what's open? Okay, not Minecraft, not even data, be textures, items, and then see how amber is blue. It's because I changed it. And then we have the next one, Andalusite is new. That's the retextured format. Aquamarine, that's the new textured format. We're going to take a look at the amber. So my problem with the amber is it was colored nicely, but it was a little stone. So like if I look up the current diopside, I haven't changed this one yet, but you can see it's fuzzy. This corner is not supposed to be there, and it kind of looks small. So I want to try and upscale some of the smaller stones, um, and see what we can do about that. So we did Aquamarine was the last one I worked on, but I'm gonna have to carefully go through. We got Bamboo, Bananas, Battle Staff, Blank. Is Blank just? Yep, it is nothing. Interesting. Blueberry, Bones, Bone, Bread Knife. Okay, now we got charcoal dust, and charcoal locket. These ones are fine because I don't actually have to make charcoal because that is Minecraft's texture. They've already made it. It's looking good, looking good. Citrine, this is the next one. I can already see instantly 2 sloppy colors. You can see them right here, and right here. If I actually do, let me go to my little thing. Oh, I need it on here, and then I need to be on writing. My aspect ratio, no, my that. So now I believe if I do O, click it, was that, okay, control Z. What are you doing? Not me. Now I'm just opening wrong tabs. Alright, let's put this in. Okay, so it's drawing. O, click on it, N, boom. That was the color that was there. If I do O, N, and it's black, that means it wasn't there. O, N, O, N, O, N. I can do that. Now here, this is just kind of like if you can't see it. This one I can see it. See how it changed? But besides that, a good way to make sure you don't do that is to just clean it up. Just even if you can't see it, just make sure you take a nice erase to it. But that's what I was trying to do. And already, this thing looks so much cleaner. Now, what do we do about the recoloring, per se? I mean, if I do, like, not fuzzy select. I don't want the other one. Select by color. If I click on this, it basically says all this it should be one color. All this should be one color. This should all be one color. So let's take a look. Let's focus on that middle. I never actually grabbed one of these before to do this. Let's grab this, and then let's just fill it in with its one singular color. Then, oop, not that. Let's grab by color, and we have these. We have this. So this is our main color. Let's look at the. We want to find like the best color, honestly. And I think this. I think one of these two. I'm going to use this darker one and see how I like it. And now I'm thinking I want to use the lighter one. That one looks good. Looking out here. Let's use this. Let's do the fuzzy select, and then let's fill in this color. Actually, let's do it with the lighter shade first, and then let's fill in this, and then it says we should have it like this. But you can see how it's starting to. I mean, it's definitely cleaner this way. Let's select these. So from here, we can select the better of the two colors. So let's grab this orangey one, and then we're to select that. Here we can grab this color, and let's come out here. Let's fill in these three. This orange one out here needs to be fixed. So we're to color in that side like that. And then I would say, actually, if I do that and then I do these ones. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what if I grab this one? And then over here, you can see it's a nice glossy color. Do I like that? I think it looks good. Is there anything I want to touch or move around? I think it's the general basics are there. But there we have a nicely new colored. So from here we're going to grab this, and then we can actually compare it to the original. So let's grab this on the side, open this, and then we can just kind of move over. And we can compare the two. So honestly, they look pretty much the same. But this is just a much cleaner, smaller feel for it, and so I think that is what we're going to go with. So we're going to File, Export As, and then we're just going to put it back as citrine and export. It's going to ask me to replace the file, in which when it does that and I hit export, if I click on here, it should update, and look at that. We have a nice, cleaner citrine. Control A, delete. Let me make sure it actually got rid of the layer. I think it did. Yeah. Well, if I delete layer, yeah, it's got nothing. It's got nothing. Let's go after the next color now. Alright, citrine, coal, copper, cork, cow, diamond diopside. So we're going to grab, there it is, in here. And this is the ones that I wanted to make bigger. So first thing I want to do, before I try and enlarge it, let's first clean up all the corners, remember. Even if you can't see it, just kind of erase it. Alright, and then we have all this. Now, I'm going to grab a basic color, or just an out color, and what I want to do is I want to make it obvious that I'm making it bigger. This way, it's kind of like my template. So like that. Now that is a much bigger jewel. And so now what I want to do is I want to try and, well, simplify the, not only simplify the colors, but I want to extend them a little bit. So here we have a lot of central color, so let's grab this color, and let's just fill in all that we can see. So there's, that one is now completed. Let's grab another, select by color, and we have this. So now it doesn't matter the shade, I forgot to select it first. There we go. Doesn't matter the shade, it's just doing its job. Selecting, making all of them the same, really. Alright, let's do, select all, nope, that one's already done. That one's practically done. Oh, here's another one. Or this is going to extend this one, really. Let's grab this one, really. And let's extend this to be even more different, really. I don't know if these are all the same color, so we're just gonna... This first part takes a little bit, so you can see as I click on them, the shades do change a little bit. But then what it does is when I see another color now if I was to color select, like let's say this one or this one, it's getting other colors that are similar. This one is a color by itself, and I don't like lonely colors, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this color per se, and I can just fill it in. I can start manually doing some colors. So we have some of those, some of these. There's a lot of them are actually being quite similar. This is one of those all over the place jewels. Let's grab this color and fill it in. Jeez. Come on. Out. Out. Drop it. There we go. Sometimes it like locks onto a color. Like it really locks on. Actually, I don't know if I want to, I think I want to keep this one. This is a very nice, vibrant color, like, keep looking at. Okay, now it's locked onto the color again. There we go. Let's see if I can grab it onto here, here, here. We have some faint colors, so colors that are like off-key, I guess you could say. Let's grab a color that doesn't quite touch any of them, and then extend it. And you can see already it's starting to look like a very uniform color. So let's grab this. We can do doot doot. Maybe, I want to have this one out. There we go. So now what I'm doing is I'm reshading it. That way the colors all kind of better mix with one another. So we have the core of the stone is obviously this darker variant. And then I need to somehow extend out the lighter variants to the outside. So we're going to grab a really light variant. We're going to take it out. And obviously this is going to look a little terrible. So then we're going to have to take some darker colors and we're going to start mixing them out. I like to have light on one side and then dark on, well, the other side. And then I can take these colors. So it was very uniform, and then you can see how it's light, and it's slowly getting darker as it comes to this side, which is what I'm looking for. Let's drag this color probably a little bit more down here. Grab this, put this over here, grab the... Actually, let's grab this, move it up and up, move this one block up, and then let's just fill in that raw color. Kind of like that, yeah. And then I gotta do some better color blending. So this really light one is very close to this other one. So I'm gonna grab a color and then I'm just gonna fill it in, that way it blends nicer. And that also it helps ensure the darkness is on this side and it starts to get lighter and lighter and lighter until we're good. That might be a little too much. Let's grab a middle gradient. And then we can, if we want, we can invent some colors or just kind of leave it alone. That looks like a much more round jewel. I do like the idea of this darkness. I think it's starting to be a little too dark, so we're just going to start picking up the textures a little bit, just a little bit. And then let's start rising on them. There we go. And then we can keep one pixel really dark. Just a little, like, little lot dark, shall I say. Like that. Might still even be a little too much. A little lot dark. There we go. Does it still kind of look like a jewel? We can compare to what did it originally look like, diopside. Um, And then I can say, does something about this jewel not look like a jewel? I mean, they both kind of look like a plastered mess. This one used a different technique, so this one looks like it's kind of like I did like a little S scale, where and then I put which is really odd because I like to have my light on one side. I put the light on this corner, kept it dark in the middle, and then the rest there's like 3 patches of middle shades. I don't think I like that. Um, This also is starting to lose its roundness. Let's try and extend these two. So you can get it like a little more round. Pick this one up. See how it looks after we do all this. I think that looks better. It doesn't have very uniform tips, but for the size increase, I think it helps. I'm also going to, let's extend this out by going out by 1. And then let's re-uniform these. So as if I was just going to go like that. That also would help. Yeah, I think that definitely helps. Put this one over here. I think that's just about good. Yeah, that's practically that's good. That's good. Okay, so let's export this. This one is actually going to be called this is diopside. Add a PNG, export, replace, export. And if I ever feel like going to an old texture, or let's say I make a mistake, it'll be perfectly fine because uh, because I have a GitHub, and the GitHub will be fine because I can always just grab them from GitHub. All right, so from there we have uh, what was I doing? I swear I got Alzheimer's. All right, there's that. Okay, now we gotta find the next one. Emerald. We didn't make emerald, so we're not gonna worry about it. Firebrand fight. Flint. Flint is Minecraft. I was about to say, I was like, wait, is Flint mine? I know like the Flint like material was Minecraft's, but then I was like, wait, did I make something that was Flint? And I was like, Flint Locket? And I was like, yeah, I made that. Then I was like, wait, but I still didn't make the Flint. Frozen Fur Garnet. Ooh, this one's actually one of my favorites. I actually like the shape of this one. This one just looks a little fuzzy. And actually this one, maybe I liked it because it doesn't look like there is anything, any unclean edges. So, but we're still going to do a little touch and cleanup around the edges just to make sure because, well, I definitely have made such mistakes in the past. Okay, I gave it a full, like, circle and a half. I think it's good. The coloring. Ooh, the coloring. I'm glad that this picks up like single colors and then it's like reformats them. So that is definitely going to be a big help. Fuzzy color. Let's grab a nice central color. Sometimes I try and be as central with these colors as possible because it really does help. Okay, so that's all that. This is almost to hurt my eyes vibrant. Let's just grab this lighter variation and then just color the... Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Let's grab this. Fuzzy color select. Yeah. Let's do it for this, and then let's also select these. Because I want that to be the color too. Fuzzy select. These are single color. Actually, if we're just doing single color, let's break out of it. And let's just kind of grab all that real quick. Here we have some faint pinks, and then let's grab all the faintness that I need. Let's come out of this real quick. Let's just color up the faintness. Is my... Come on. Stop being dumb. Let me see it. Okay, it's at 100. Why are you being so dumb? Okay. We definitely have some hard colors. I think I'm gonna replace that. Let's grab this real quick. Let's take out some of those harder colors. Let's refill them in with these. Maybe not all of them. We'll keep it like that. Maybe like that. Maybe I should have it the other way. Like this. And then with this, we will kind of like that. All right. Doing the outside in like that. I really gotta try and replicate this. Let's kind of like this. We can make a symmetrical-ish jewel. I don't like this pink anymore. I'm starting to like it less and less the more I see it. Let's try and fill it in with this, maybe. Or maybe we just need to reevaluate a color. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this more gray by moving it to the left, kind of like that. And then let's draw it in. Kind of like that. This is a very maroon-ish color. That's fine because it starts to get like maroonish at the top here. If I have this, right, we can just kind of cross all that. This has, okay, for right now, while I'm not too sure what to do with it, I'm just going to keep it like that. This. Then we have this outside pink. Kind of like this. And then kind of like that. Alright. Then we have these browns. Kind of like here. Alright, so what do we need to do? Let's turn this into these. Let's reevaluate this into a lighter shade. Kind of like, that. And then I'm going to make that the new outside like this. We're going to turn you onto the gray side. Just enough of it so I can just kind of fill these in like that. And then just from there, that is basically a new garnet. The last thing I want to try and kind of change is the tip here. Let's try and give this more of that red feel. There we go. And then let's rechange the color to one that already exists for purposes like that. And right there we go. That is like the new garnet. Just like that. It is the new garnet. And honestly, I still like this one. Man, compared to this was a lot brighter. There's a lot of fuzziness, but honestly, this this still does have a lot of things everywhere. Let's try and clean this up a little bit. So if I take this, so I actually let's make all of this one color. All right, and then let's figure out what we want here. Let's take a look at this. So does that need to be there? No. Can I move this one kind of like this? Mix these colors in like that. So that gives this more of a nice trend. I'm kind of curious, does that work? Or does this work? I think that works a lot better. But I'm just trying to further take out that blending a little bit. Just out of curiosity, how does it look without that central keeping... I feel like it should have that shade in there. Because I still want it to somewhat... Yeah, that's a lot better for that one. I want it to somewhat resemble what it looked like. If I actually... Let's do it like this. maybe. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep fighting with myself over this one. I think this is fine just the way it is right here. So let's call it the garnet, because that's what it is. Export, replace, export. I'm still lucky, or at least not lucky. I'm glad that I still like it. I still like it. Garnet. All right. Gold. I didn't make gold. Graphite. Should I change to graphite? Absolutely. Control A, C, delete. I didn't need to copy it. Lol. I feel like graphite does need to change though. Now this one I think I remember cleaning it. But this one definitely needs simplified color. Just cleaning it just in case there's anything I can't see. And then let's grab this color, and then let's try and see what we can do in here. So that here we have a middle strip like this, kind of like that. We have this in here, which is kind of like another strip on top. And then we have like this outside. That was a little too much. That's kind of fine the way it is. Let's just color these ones. Now let's grab this one. We're still gonna keep it there. And then actually as we get deeper again, we're gonna color out. Oop, and that one. Under shade. Okay, we have a lot of coloration here. Just kind of like this. Grab this one right here. We can grab it for this one. I'm looking. I think I'm seeing. I'm starting to see different colors. Let's try and grab all this in here. Really. Here. And then we're gonna need this. Basically this thing. And these. And actually, grab this. Oh, somebody's calling me. I'm gonna hold that and hope they leave me a voicemail. Hopefully they leave me a nice voicemail. Gonna grab this. I don't think I like the look at that. That was like way too much. Alright, so let's grab this one again. And there, because that's like in between those colors. Here there's like no gradient, so let's kind of fill it in a little bit. Just like that. Grab this, put it in for here. Grab this, fill this one in for here. And already we're starting to find a much better trend. Does it look like graphite-like? Actually, let's grab like this one. And then we have two different. These are the darkest shades. Let's grab this. I believe this is the same color as this. This. Kind of fill it in for these. Alright. There we go. They left me a nice transcript. Hmm. And when I zoom out, the first thing I notice is, does anything like pop out? Any out colors? This is the first thing I like look at, and then this. So I think these colors are a little too off key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some simpler ones like this, and let's just fill it in like that. I can still see it. That's fine. It's fine. Let's grab. Is there another color that I can use? This one is only used down here, so maybe if I help fill it in like this, that definitely helps a lot, a tremendous amount as a matter of fact. And then I can start to use these even darker shades for these low tip corner bottoms. Good, good, good. So it looks like we just kind of splooged this on the top. Then we got some darker shades. Does that help? I think so. I'm going to try and use connected textures, and the reason is because actually that one shouldn't connect. That's fine. Then let's try and connect. Will that be fine? Yeah, that's fine. So far I think this is much better. This is much better looking. I think that's fine. This only uses like 3 colors. I think this is practically good enough. Let's compare it to the original. Oh yeah, there was definitely some cleanups I couldn't see. But yeah, I think this looks great. Oh, actually, I think what's the best part about simplifying it is that even after it gets simplified, they basically look the same. Like if you were to be like, if you were used to looking at this and then be like they changed the textures and now you're looking at this, it's you'll still recognize that that's gotta be the same. All right, with that in mind, export as, and this one is gonna be graphite. Graphite. Export. Replace. Export. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Picture perfect, as a matter of fact. Alright, and then we got the next one. So that's graphite has been updated. It was actually I just watched the whole thing get like a tinge darker, basically I said. So I got a lot of rid of the lighter textures. I was on it. I was like, I saw that it was white, and I was like, wait, isn't it supposed to be blue? Not if the highlight's blue. But if I get off of it, you can see that I changed it. All right, yeah. Let's Control A. Doot. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Look at the heart. How's the heart looking? I made this a really long time ago. Yeah, actually, I remember doing this pixel by pixel. So, honestly, I think this is shaded really nicely. So, cool. Heart Stealer, Heavy Cream. Was this done pixel by pixel? No. This was recolored. Hessonite. Yeah, here we go. Here's another one. I think I like the shape on this one. It's, you know, quotes. It's big enough. It's big enough. Alright. Any excess cleaning that may need to be done. Now this one seems to have a lot more red vibrancy on it, so that we'll have to keep in mind. But we got some darker pink textures. Oh wow, actually right here, this one isn't even completely filled. Let's do a little ON. Yeah, look at that. This thing is slightly transparent. Alright, well we're gonna definitely fix that. That one's gonna bother me. Oh my goodness, the whole thing is gonna bother me. Every time I see it transparent. Alright, let's go. These ones. These ones. Let's grab a lighter. Actually, nope, keep the same one on here because I'm gonna grab this one right here. Let's grab an even lighter color. So let's say this one. This is like a purple. Grab these. We got some pink in here. Let's fill in that pink. Actually, I just want to do pink on these ones, and then these can be maroon. Dude. Oh, this one's a decision to be made. Let's keep it that texture for now, and then I'll just kind of, actually, bottom of the middle picture. Yeah. And then just to kind of symmetricalize it, let's grab some of this pink, right? Actually, no. Let's slowly integrate this. So we have these, and then we're gonna. I don't like that. We're definitely gonna be changing stuff around here. Let's grab this. Let's fill it in for these. And then just for symmetricalizing, we can put that there. We got some of this. We'll do here. Here. Oh man, I don't know if I like the hurt my eyes color better. Nah, let's take this one. We'll feign it out. It's okay. I'll live. I'll live. Trust me. It'll be hard, but I'll live through it. Okay, let's get this one over here. And then let's grab that darker color. Make sure it's over here, which I already did. I realized that as I was doing it. Which is pretty good because that means, I'm keeping all the symmetrical colors together. Let's take this one. These two. And then let's make it these. Awesome. Let's take this central color and then fill it in for the 4. 3. And then this is just going for it. This could be a couple of ways. Let's kind of pick it up like this, drop down like that. What we're doing is we're trying to really make something that's working for us here. We could do a double like that. Put this up here. Let's grab this. Fill that in like there. Alright, and then some of the most ridiculous stuff is kind of be like this pink area. Let's use this color. fill in that, fill in this, say this. Actually, let me go back to where there's some pink. Let me fill in this. Let me take that pink pixel, change that white one. This way I can just go back here, and we're gonna do it again. And let's grab this through here and through here. Looking at it far away, it's missing a lot of its almost missing like a lot of its vibrancy compared to what I remember it. Yeah. There's also a lot of disgusting mesh, but yeah, there's some vibrancy in the corners I'm missing. So let's try and recreate that vibrancy. We can do that by putting some here and on the top here. And automatically, look at that vibrant help is. Oop, it is helping much. Mhm. I don't want to fill this whole thing in with that one color. I like how... So we know that jewels are round, so I think the problem here is like the curl in this one is over here, and we also have another shorthand curl. So, I mean, curls are basically like how you curve something. So we have things like this. The smallest is like, you have like the smallest little t, which is a 25 or a 90 curl. But then you have slants where there's like this, and then you have it like this. But then you can do it like this if it's very large, because then you can extend them out like that. Now here, when we're talking about a curve like this kind of jewel, this is looking kind of like a mesh. So what we can do is we can fix that by taking other corners and making it kind of turn. And what it does is it makes this turn too. This curves and this curves, but there's no, I mean, the outer curve, it's just not lining properly. With anything anyways. We can, and this has nothing. If I was to just kind of, let's actually erase this. If you, sometimes when you have dark to light shades, just turn the darkest color to lightest. I don't like how there's like no curve. There's literally just a box here. Let's see what we can do about that. If I move, yeah, I can do it like that. We're just about done here. Let's take a look at the original stone. This this definitely looks different. The vibrancy is just about in the right places, right at the corners, and then you can see how it gets dark and then loops like here, kind of like how I have this little curve in here. They are two different colors. Let's basically, quotes, attach them. Actually, let's attach it from the bottom here. Let's use that other color. I don't like that. Maybe I need to attach this one. We have lights on the top. I think one of the things is that the curve, it's not really. Let's try and pick up. So basically you have light up here and then dark down here. And I want to try and put light more on this side and then dark more on this side. I feel like that will also help transition the colors a little bit. Looks a lot better. And it even has that completed hook I was talking about, which is pretty good. And then the last thing, I don't know how I feel about this being that vibrant. We can try and downshade it a little bit, just a little bit though. Because I feel like it's just a little too vibrant compared to the rest of the stone. It also appears that Hassanite's a little bit on the orange side, which is a little, I don't want to say a little strange, but it's kind of keep tinkering it. There we go. That's a lot better. All right, export as. This is called Hassanite. Let's export like that. And replace. And export. And then let us. That was definitely like a whole overhaul. Let's run the client, and then let's go up to Hassanite and see how it's looking. What is the next one we're working on? Life, Light, Lucky, Mahu, Malachite. Oh, Malachite. Oh, man. This one's going to be interesting. This one was one that I wanted to simplify, and this one took a while to give it that nice color. I remember doing this texture. And, I still, even when I made this texture, it's still oppy corners. That was definitely one of my more favorite ones to make. Alright, actually, let's go to Magic tab, and right off the bat, you can see that they start to look a little different. One of the things that make them very different is that these actually have a very, like, kind of like a white light, and that white light kind of catches a glimmer, and like the garnet doesn't have that white light at the top. Neither does the hessite. That one I kind of got rid of. Um, so maybe the white light's a little more important. This one basically never had it. um, but that white light seems to make it glimmer like an actual jewel. So maybe I'm supposed to kind of put in that white light, or at least very bright, because although this doesn't have that glimmer, I feel like that glimmer is what makes it look like a real, like, that stone feeling. And I'm starting to, like, you can see as I, like, go through, actually from andesite down, you can see how it's, like, it's starting to disappear. So I'll have to keep it in mind. I might have to re-add that light into this one, see what I can do about it. And we'll kind of work from there. But yeah, we have all these other ones to kind of go through. I'm going to stop streaming for a moment, probably like an hour, and then I'm going to make a part 2, and we're going to do the rest of them. But since I'm going to be gone for like an hour, which would be like an hour of like normal time, I'm going to like, I don't know, it's going to be a lot. So let's kind of stop the program. Be right back.